Hello, my name is Edyta Olex, or Eddie Olex. I am from Ashland, Virginia. I'm 17 years old, but I will be 18 in April. Behind me is my dog. You can't really see her, but her name is Salem. She is 1.5 years old, and I will be reviewing my portfolio I submitted for JMU's theater program. So I'm gonna just be jumping around, but the first page is general info, so that's contact info, previous work experience, just general things like that, and also a link to my resume in case you couldn't find it or it just didn't work. So I wanted to first jump to concept slash directing, because that is probably what I'm most proud of. My theater teacher, I would like to thank her because she's given me so much creative freedom, and from her classes I've learned so much. So recently we took a one act to VTA, Virginia Theater Association's big conference that was in Norfolk in October, and I've been going to those conventions since my sophomore year, and I've participated in those one acts, so it's something very special to me. And she allowed me to take The Importance of Being Earnest, mostly because it we didn't have to pay for it. But she allowed me to concept it and direct it and do all of these things with it. So I went through the whole thing. I broke it down into a one act, so it was long enough for a one act, and I concepted it so it was coming from the mind of Olivia Wilde, because I personally think that is a really cool thing to do. So this whole concept I made, it was Olivia Wilde retelling the story in her own way, and I was able to cast my classmates and cast a bunch of people, and I got their input and they helped me write it, and I probably made over 20 drafts before I got my final project, and we held auditions. And that was something I was really proud of, so I included a video of that. But it did have to be a smaller production since we were taking it to Norfolk, which is like a 3-hour drive from where I'm from. So, but I still thought it was really cool, and I think they captured my vision really well. My next one is Alice in Wonderland. We are still in production for this, but it's a one act, and I'm helping one of my classmates assistant direct it, but I'm managing the more artistic side of it. So right now I'm set designing and I'm coaching tech, and I'm also kind of helping with staging, but I'm taking a backseat and just giving tips about that. But this spring I will be directing The Man Who Came to Dinner for our spring play, and I'm concepting it, I'm casting it, I'm doing all the things, so I'm really excited about that. Annie, which was our most recent fall musical, I helped assistant direct that, and I also did a lot of the artistic management. Like, I concepted all the sets, and I helped build them, and I helped direct everything, and I also helped with a lot of the choreography once our choreographer left, and acted as a substitute dance captain. But that is probably what I'm most proud of, because I loved The Importance of Being Earnest, and that was probably my best project I've had to date. Going to booth slash sound experience, I've been a production manager for probably 3 years now at my high school. I originally started with Sioux School, and that was a whole thing where I was originally supposed to be a stage manager, but our production manager got suspended from the school and they couldn't participate anymore, so I never got really trained. And that was a show with a lot of mistakes, but it was Sioux School, so it was fun. Something I do remember though is closing night, our green curtain, the big front curtain, it ripped a big hole, and I just had people screaming at me during the show, "Hey Eddie, there is a bunch of hands and we can see people running backstage." So I quickly had to tape that up and we had to fix it. But it's okay because it's a memory, and now every time I look at that stitching, I remember Sioux School, and I remember my first production that I managed. But I did have Annie and Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins was my junior year, Annie was my senior year, so this year. And those are two shows I'm really proud of because I got a lot of tech freedom with it. My director was like, "Hey, I'll do the blocking, you do this, because I know you're very organized and very structured." I was very thankful about that. Mary Poppins is a very big show with a lot of set changes, so that was when I first started trying to call cues, and my stage manager was like, "Hey, I need to know when people are off and when people are on and whatever." So me and my team, we worked out a little system. It's probably a very informal way of calling cues, but I personally like it, where I'm calling spot cues. I'm on sound, so I don't need to call sound cues. Light cues, set cues, curtain cues, all of that stuff. And it makes our show run very smoothly, so I love it personally. For stage management experience, I have a lot of design experience. Stage management experience, normally I'm up in the booth during the show, so I just help set up stuff, like doing paperwork, doing prop making, doing spike taping, whatever, during the rehearsal process, but I'm normally in the booth for stage management experience, but it's something I still really enjoy. My acting credits, I normally do one act. I've done our annual dinner theater, which we put on in our theater room. It's dinner and a show, and it's one act, and I've done that for the past 4 years, and that's something I love to do. It's very close to my heart, and this is my last year, so I might cry during closing night, but that's okay. But that's something really near and dear to my heart. I did get to act in a main stage, and I was Madge Larrabee in Sherlock Holmes. But I hope this was a pretty summative breakdown of my portfolio, and I hope you enjoyed. So thank you very much.